Hello, this is Leslie Lee, and welcome to Simply Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. This is a reading for the fire signs for the week of October 9th through the 13th. This is for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. It could be used for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. If you don't know your moon and your rising sign, I have links below in the description section so you could put in the time of birth and place of birth to get your signs, and it will give you better clarity so you can watch the other videos and have a greater view on this week. This is for the week reading, the weekdays. If you're interested in the weekend reading, I will have a link up here and at the description that'll take you to the Pick Your Card Weekend Guidance reading for those who are interested. I also wanted to give my thanks to those who subscribe, like, share, and comment. I appreciate you guys. You have no idea. Thank you so much. Now let's get on with the reading. We're going to start with Leo. Leo, you have the Page of Fire and the Oracle card Come to Life. What I'm sensing with these cards is that this is a week to start a re-evaluation of how you are moving throughout your life. Come to Life talks about an awakening of sorts, of you coming to your true self and opening up to who you are and what you're meant to be. But there is a process. With the Page of Fire, you are going to have to learn some lessons and apply what you learned in order to get to the person you want to be. This could apply to any area in your life that is significant to you this week, with relationships, with career, with home life, with yourself and your spirituality. It's a time for you to kind of reflect on the things that you do that may hold you back. And I'm getting this from the Come to Life card because I see your instincts are like, for instance, like this monkey in the card represents the evolution of humans and how then we were set on our instincts and impulses. We didn't have time to think about months ahead, years ahead, and prepare for that. We mostly went on how we feel today, right now, what we want, what we need right now. And that's how we moved then when it was that monkey mind mentality. But now it's asking you to look at yourself and find where you have those impulses, where you have those urges to act without putting much thought into it before you act. I think to act before thinking about it is the part that you have to learn from. So the Page of Fire talks about being an apprentice or a novice or a beginner in a journey or in a learning process or when you're trying to acquire skills. And that's how I see it. This is the beginning of your awakening. It doesn't necessarily have to be a spiritual awakening. It's just an awakening to who you are. And it's asking you to come to life, to be who you are, and to axe those things that are holding you back from being who you are. And half of those things can be with your impulses. And there may even be an inability to separate the things that you want with the things that you need at this time. It could be as simple as speaking before thinking through what you're going to say, because sometimes you have the ability to regret what was said or to say something you didn't mean. So it's asking you to take time to learn the process of being before you act. Moving on to Aries. Aries, you have the Nine of Air and the Oracle card, Be the Hunter, Not the Hunted. This is heavy. This is a heavy week because the Nine of Air speaks of you being in your head with stress, with anxiety, with worry. This can be keeping you up at night. This can contribute to you having nightmares. This can contribute to you looking at your future as hopeless and putting you in a depressed state. This can, for some of you, go really deep where you may feel like you are being victimized. But with the Oracle card and the image of an owl, it says to me that there is wisdom You have the wisdom and the knowledge to see beyond the surface. And that is my advice to you for this week. To not look at the superficial, to not look at things in a perspective where you are placed as a victim, because you're stronger than that. You're more than that. You're not a victim. You are capable of meeting your goals and getting where you want to go. And there's no relying on anyone else. There's no relying on your circumstances. It all comes within you, and you have that knowledge and you have that power and that wisdom. And it's asking you to look deep within and to figure out why you feel this way, and to figure out what steps you can take to alleviate some of the stress. Now, this won't apply to all of you, as everyone's situation is different, and this can be something very simple, and it can be something very deep. But the way I'm feeling this right now is that for those of you that this is very deep, it requires a sense of displacing yourself from the situation so you could get a better view, a better perspective on the reality of the situation, so you're able to maneuver through it. So you could see, it's like get a owl's eye view of the maze that you're in. Once you're up in this new perspective, you could look down and you could see the labyrinth and where it ends and where it begins, and you're better able to maneuver through that because you have that ability. You're stronger than just surface level situations and stress and anxiety. I just want to pull a guidance card for the Aries just to get better advice. Yes. Could you see this says, believe you are capable of great things. This is exactly what I'm trying to get to. I mean, it's kind of difficult to talk about. It's difficult to bring the words out the way I want to. It's hard to explain it because the feeling I get is that it's just a lot of stress and heartache and worry, and you may not see a way out of this, but there is a way, and it's all within you. You just have to take that moment, just concentrate on getting out of the situation because it's possible. You just have to get a different perspective on it, and I know it's hard, but you have to believe. You have to believe you are capable. Okay, moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the Empress card and After the Storm. The Empress card gives me a feeling of growth, of abundance, of coming from one place to another, from stepping on that step, that ladder, climbing higher and higher. You're coming from something that could have been a little bit stressful or a little bit difficult, and you're growing out of it. You're getting out of it. You're maneuvering and taking your time to grow, to change, to become something fresh and anew. And with the Oracle card After the Storm, that's exactly what it's saying, that there was a storm, there was some turbulence, but you are getting out of that, and your wisdom and your intuition and your knowledge is guiding you. So listen to that. It comes from the gut, it comes from the heart, and it comes from the mind, where it's connected to source or the universe or the collective conscious. You are able to get through a situation. And in fact, I think this will be the week where you will actually look back on your growth and say, I did it. I'm different. I'm doing it. I'm making it. You will see how you grew. You will look back on that path and see the changes you've made and where you came from. And you'll understand that, yes, you beat that storm. You got out of that storm. You outlasted the storm. So I think it's a beautiful week for you, Sagittarius. Yes, great week for you. That has been the weekly reading for the fire signs for October 9th through 13th. Once again, if you want a weekend guidance reading, that is in the link above and below for your Pick Your Card, Ultimate Pick Your Card reading. And thanks once again for your likes, subscribes, shares, and comments. I really do appreciate you guys. If for any reason you need an extra card pulled just to clarify this, or if you need a personal reading, please contact me either in the comments below or on my website, www.simplytarot.com, or send it in an email, whatever questions you have, because I want to help in any way I can. So if you are going through something that you don't see a way out of, contact me and I will definitely do what I can to help you and give you guidance and advice. Okay. Thank you. You'll see me soon.